Hey everybody, it's Vanessa, the Crafty Gemini. Now, if you're a quilter, you know the importance of including a quilt label on every single quilt you make. The details that you can include on a label are important so that future generations that are holding on to that special project will know things like who made it, who it was made for, when it was completed, and things like that. Now, what if I told you there's a product out there that's going to allow you to add a personal message to every quilt label? I think this is such a fun idea. It's super quick and easy to use, and if you're interested, keep watching this video because I'm going to tell you all about StoryPatches. Alright, so let's do a quick overview of what StoryPatches are. They are quilt labels that are printed on 100% cotton fabric with these unique QR codes right on the label. Now, if you're not familiar with QR codes, they're basically like a barcode. You know when you scan an item in a store, it tells you how much it costs? Well, this instead is going to be linked directly to the personalized message that you're going to create for that quilt recipient. So these messages can be anything from a video message or audio message. You can even upload a document, say a poem that you wrote, or you can link them to a specific website or web page, okay? You have a bunch of different options to choose from, and you're going to link that directly to this code. Now, to do that, all you're going to need is some internet access. This can be done from a mobile device like a smartphone or your iPad or tablet, and if you don't have any of these fancy gadgets, no worries, because you can still do this from your laptop or desktop computer at home. All you need is internet access, and you're good to go. Okay, so now you have a general idea of how StoryPatches work, but I wanted to show you with a step-by-step tutorial so you see exactly what's involved and how quick and easy it is to personalize your own quilt labels using StoryPatches. So here I have a quilt that I made for my little sister, but before I can mail it off to her, it needs a label. So I have my pack of StoryPatches here, and I'm going to show you step-by-step how I create my quilt label, how to attach it, and of course, how to add my own unique personalized message. So when you open up your pack of StoryPatches, depending on the one you get, you can either have 4 of these blank ones, okay, look just like this, or for the purposes of this video, I'm going to use one of the decorative ones, which only come 2 in a pack, so make sure that you're looking to see which ones you're buying, depending on the design that you want on your quilt labels, okay? So this is the one that we're going to use, so let me close this up, but as you can see, there's some other design options here and some step-by-step written out instructions for you as well. So this is the quilt label that we are going to use. Alright, so now we're ready to write a message on our quilt label. Now the pens I like to use are these Pigma Micron pens. The ink on these, once we heat set it with an iron, is going to set permanently into the cotton fabric, and we don't have to worry about it coming out in the wash. So now we take our pen and I'm going to personalize the label, write whatever message I want. Now that I'm done writing my label, I'm going to set it with a dry iron, and I'm just using my mini ironing board here. Comes in really handy for small projects like this. And that's all you need, is a few seconds of setting that ink in place. So now let's create the label. If you notice, the edges of the label itself are raw, okay? So we need to turn that under. So what I like to do is flip it face down, and I'm just going to turn it under about 1/4 inch and press it again. At this point, to hold these folds in place, I like to use some type of a basting glue, and I just use Elmer's washable glue. I'm going to put a few dots along the top edge here. It doesn't have to be too much, just enough to hold it down, because we do need to repeat this to all 4 sides. Alright, and now that we've turned under the raw edges, we are ready to attach this to our quilt. So let's grab a hand sewing needle and some thread and show you how to do that. Alright, so I'm going to flip this corner back. I want to attach my quilt label right here. So I've already started adding some dots of glue just to that outside edge, just in a few spots. So again, I can base this with the glue into place, and it won't move on me when I'm hand sewing it down. Now for the hand sewing part, I like to double strand my thread on here, and then the stitch that you want to use is whatever you feel comfortable doing. You basically want to attach the quilt label itself to the backing and go through to the batting without coming out on the front side. That's why we have to do this by hand, right? Because at this point, the quilt is completed. And if we were to stitch this label on by machine, the stitches would show up on the front of the quilt. So you'd have a really big rectangle here showing up, and you don't want that. So go ahead and use a basic whip stitch, an invisible stitch, a ladder stitch, whatever stitch you use to hand stitch your binding on is going to get the job done here. When you get to the end here, tie yourself a knot Bury your threads somewhere in the backing, and you're good to go. Now that the quilt label is complete, I want to go ahead and personalize the QR code here so that my little sister ends up with both a handwritten message and a video message that I'm going to link to her here. Now, I'm going to be showing you how to do it on an iPad, but the app that I'll be using, the stkr.it app, is also available for Android devices. If you don't have a mobile device, no worries. Just visit this website and enter the unique code here. You can record the message that links the recipient to it, and then when they receive the quilt, my little sister will be able to go to this website and enter the code for her quilt label, and she'll receive my video message. Alright, so let's get started. The first thing you want to do is download the stkr.it app, and you can find it in the App Store and in the Google Play Store. Open it up, and down here it's going to say Scan Sticker. I'm going to hit that, and now it opens up my camera. So now I'm going to hover this over my quilt label, and you can see it already gathered it. So now it's telling me, up here it says Create Sticker, and it has the unique code, the same exact code that's under here on the quilt label. And now here are my options: a video sticker, audio, photo, text. I can link to a website or even upload a document. I want to record a fun video message for my sister. Now it's giving me the options to take a video or choose from my library. So let's snap a video. Hey Melly, it's Vanessa. I just wanted to add a little video message to your quilt label. I made this quilt for you using some neutrals. I know you love blacks, whites, and grays. It has a kind of modern and chic feel to it, so I thought you'd like it. I hope you enjoy the quilt, and don't worry, I kept it nice and small so it still fits inside your tiny New York City apartment. The kids and I miss you a bunch, and I hope you enjoy the quilt. We'll see you soon. Bye. And that's it. You press the stop button, then you get some options to either retake the video or the message, whatever it is, if you don't like it. Then you can play it here to play it back. Hey Melly, it's Vanessa. I just wanted to add a little video message to your... So you can pause it. If you like it, just click right here where it says Use Video, and that's it. It's going to access it, it's going to include the video, and it's linked right there to the unique code that I've included in my sister's quilt label. You also have an option here to enter a caption. So if you want to say, you know, happy birthday, whatever the message is, and you can write some stuff in there, and that will also get to them with the video message. So I'm going to fill in a little caption, and I'm going to save it. Alright, so the sticker has been created. That means the video has been saved to it, and I'm done. Now my video message is linked directly to this QR code, but I do want to show you how my sister can gain access to the video message once she has the quilt in hand. One way is to visit this website and enter the unique code. Another way is if you have a QR code reader, and there's tons of free ones online, open that up on your mobile device. It will open up your camera, and if you notice, I'm going to put the box right around my QR code. It snaps the picture, and now it opens up exactly where I need it to, ready to watch the video. There's my caption that I included, and there's a little button for watching the video. Click on that, the play button pops up, and there's the video. Hey Melly, it's Vanessa. I just wanted to add a little video message to your quilt label. I made this quilt for you using some neutrals. I know you love blacks, whites, and grays. It has a... And you get the idea. There's the message. My sister can go back and access it, and I can always go back into my own library and change the message if I want to. Okay everybody, so that's it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it and that you got to learn a little bit more about StoryPatches and how exactly they work. I wanted to give you kind of a little taste of the type of message that you can link to the unique codes on each label. And so if you don't like to be on camera like I do, another option is the audio message or the text message. But I think it's super important to take advantage of this new, thanks to technology, a new level of personalization that we can add to our quilt labels. Now, some other ideas, I think once you sit down and think about it, you'll start to come up with a ton of different ways on how you can use the story patch labels on your projects. But I was thinking, for me, I think this year I'm going to make my kids a birthday quilt, and then every year on their birthday have a different message waiting for them, because you can go back to each code and change out the message that you include. So that's kind of something fun for kids to kind of look forward to. Another way to use it, instead of giving a gift to someone, say they're quilts that you keep for yourself. This would also be a great way to kind of document the fabrics you use, the design, the inspiration behind a quilt, so that years down the line you can go back and watch or read or listen to the message, right? and remind yourself of what all went into that quilt project. So more as a document type of message, right? To kind of archive the inspiration and everything that came up with that quilt. So I think there's a lot of different ways that we can really take advantage of the story patches and the technology behind it to make our projects just a little bit more special. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you'll give Story Patches a try. Remember, you can visit them on their website, and I've also included a link for you right here below this video where you can click and gain access to exactly where you can buy your Story Patches. Thanks again for watching this video. Go make a quilt, and I'll see you next time.